I'm back at the Dutch Diva Ranch, and I'm finally ready for the last course of the meal. I hope you saved some room for dessert.
Today we're going to be talking about two of my favorite things, camping and making desserts while you're doing it. Nice to see you.
Good to see you, John.
How's everything?
Good. You ready for some sweet treats today?
Are you kidding? When am I not ready for sweet
Yeah.
treats? I got a sweet tooth. What are we doing?
We're going to start out with what I call buckaroo carrot cake.
Why are we talking? Let's get going.
We start by mixing the dry ingredients.
Really what makes a carrot cake is the spices.
Okay.
The cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, all of that stuff.
Okay.
So this one has all the things that I really love in it.
Then we add a half a cup of oil, half a cup of water, and 3 eggs.
So we're adding some coconut, some crushed pineapple, some walnuts. I just think that these really add some great texture and flavor to our carrot cake. And of course, you add your vegetables, which makes it a healthy dessert. Yeah, the carrots counterbalance everything. So now we've got all our ingredients in there. So now we need to prep our pans. We're gonna make this in 2 10-inch Dutch ovens.
Okay.
We're gonna make a double layer cake. And we're
Nice.
gonna top it with some citrus cream cheese frosting.
Who would ever think that you could do this while you're camping?
We grease up the oven, and as Terry likes to say, you can never have too much butter.
In order for them to come easily out of the oven, I like using parchment paper so that when we do take that cake out, we don't have to worry about it falling apart. So now we're gonna start cooking this. So we're gonna build a ring that's slightly bigger than our oven, okay? People are always surprised at how few pieces of charcoal it actually takes. These bake uniformly, so we can stack these 2 ovens. So we'll set our first one right in our ring. Set that right in the center of that one. There you go, we'll move it over this way, just, oops, not too much. Okay, now we're gonna put a layer of coals on the top. And as you can see, we've got good air space between these coals so that the air can circulate, and it really creates an oven effect, just like the oven you have in your kitchen.
These cakes are all set. We give them 20 minutes to cook. Meanwhile, we're on to dessert number 2, because why not?
Now we're gonna make a fruit and nut bread pudding, one of my favorites. Okay, so we've got some day-old bread. You can get the day-old bread in the store, really cheap, because it doesn't have to be fresh. I like French bread. Throw that in, sugar. We're gonna add a little bit of apple pie filling.
We stir some melted butter with 4 eggs into a separate bowl before adding them to the mixture.
So now we're gonna add some dry ingredients. We've got some cinnamon and some salt in there. Let's whisk those eggs just a little bit before we add them. Throw in a little vanilla, which of course goes in most of our good desserts.
Am I good with this?
Yeah, that's good. Go ahead and throw that egg mixture in there.
If you're going to be cooking on a cattle drive or on the range or just out camping, what's the one item you better have?
Sunscreen. You didn't expect that one, did
Happens to be the one I don't have today.
you? Yeah, yeah. And then I've got some pecans.
Okay.
We're gonna throw some pecans in there.
Right.
So now we need to add some moisture to get this to all bind together. So I like using some half and half or any kind of a heavy cream. So that bread's gonna soak all that up. So basically what I do is I end up tossing this and trying to get all that cream down into the bread.
It kind of makes you appreciate Nevada history, doesn't it? Because the people used to do this
Yeah.
on a daily basis for survival, not just for an enjoyment.
Sure. It's almost like a little mini immigrant trail, you know, where those people literally lived on the road, you know, and had to be sustaining like that. So this is mixed up really nicely. All the flavors are blended. The bread is soft enough, but I don't like a real wet bread pudding.
Okay.
I like it a little bit on the dry side.
Me too.
So once this bakes, it'll be just wet enough. And you know what we're going to top it off with when it's done?
What?
A little drizzle of whiskey sauce and fresh whipped cream.
I knew you would like her. That's why I came by again. I knew you would like her like I do.
Yeah, this is going to be good.
The Dutch Diva is not playing games here. A little drizzle of whiskey sauce and fresh whipped cream? Hey, things just got serious.
So now we've prepared our oven with some butter-flavored Crisco.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and just throw all that yummy goodness in there?
Yummy goodness. There's no other way to explain this.
It's time to give this yummy goodness some heat, so we reach for the coals.
Go ahead and set that right in the middle of those coals.
Okay.
There we go. And we're gonna pull some of those out just a little bit because we want our coals not only to be underneath, but just slightly to the outside.
So what's the estimated cooking time here?
This will probably cook in about 40 minutes. Yeah, for it to really set up, you know. and not be too wet. I have a couple of rules. I will let it bake until I smell it. And then when I smell it, I know that it's cooking, and then I'm gonna look at it and see, is it cooking evenly? Do I need to move some of my coals around or add some heat to it?
So we're
Yeah.
set.
So we're all set, yeah.
Okay.
Looking good.
All right, we'll give it a minute.
We let the Dutch ovens work their magic and we start the waiting game. The Buckaroo carrot cake is the first one out of the oven.
Dumped right out with our parchment paper. Now we'll just peel that off. Look at that golden cake.
That is
Isn't that beautiful?
perfect.
So we're gonna add a little layer of our cream cheese frosting.
No way.
Cream cheese with a little bit of orange zest in it.
If you want to top off your carrot cake with Terry's cream cheese frosting, just blend together 2 bricks of cream cheese, 4 cups of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, vanilla, and the orange zest.
Add a little bit more frosting here on our middle of these 2 layers.
And then you're just gonna do the same thing on
Yeah,
this
then
one
we're
on
just
top?
gonna pop that other layer right on top.
You got it? Look at this.
Yeah. My aim's not too bad.
Now that I can make a Dutch oven carrot cake, I must know how it tastes.
That first piece, look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It did come out really lovely.
Came out really lovely.
Okay, let's do another layer.
Okay. Beautiful.
Okay, well here's my fork. I don't know where yours is.
Wow. Cheers.
So cheers to Buckaroo carrot cake.
I'm not gonna be able to stop eating this. This whole thing is going down right now.
Oh, well you know what? You gotta save room because remember we've got another dessert that's coming off.
For a sweets type of guy, the Dutch Diva Ranch is like paradise.
That's
Okay.
our whiskey sauce. And you don't put a lot on. It really is just a little drizzle over
Okay.
the top.
Okay.
And then top it with some whipped cream.
And here it comes. The whiskey drizzle sauce and a big dollop of fresh whipped cream. I'm ready to dig in.
Cheers.
Great.
You're the best. Thank you so much for letting me come out here today.
I'm so glad to share this with you.
I'm so glad to have you share it with me. The next time you're spending a lot of time in outdoor Nevada, try not to bring the breakfast bar. Try to cook yourself your own meal, especially a dessert, in one of the Dutch ovens. It'll make your trip, I promise.